Hey all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and I am not on the western shore of Lake Michigan. Today I'm at a place called Hobbs Woods, just south of Fond du Lac. It's a cool little place. It's got trails running all the way through it, a couple miles. It's got a nice creek running through, and the creek is all rocky, so it's a nice place to look for stuff. Can't collect anything here, but there's still a lot of really cool stuff to see. So let's get down here and we'll see what there is. Okay, so we came down from the southern parking lot. The main parking lot was not open yet because it's a little early in spring. But I'll go over here and I'll show you that main parking lot, and then we'll just go from there. Here you can see the creek already. You can see how nice and rocky it is. Rocks on all the banks, so a lot to look at. So let's get up to the front parking lot here and I'll show you where you can drive in the other way. Here you can see that's the main entrance. The gate is up, so you could normally park right here and then you would walk in that way. So you can actually come right over here, and this is the first little spot you can look right along the creek here. So let's get over here and see if there's anything down here. Yeah, there's usually this little island right here sticking out, like right there. So let's go down here and we'll see if there's anything cool. So first couple little finds. Nice little chunk of quartz or quartzite. Got a hair in my glove. Cool little chunk. Then we got another nice little quartzite, or maybe a little clearer quartz. You can kind of see a little bit more light through that one. And then a marble. So yeah. So not a ton of cool stuff to find here. You know, quartz, chert, a lot of different granite and stuff. It's a little dirty right now. Here's one actually, maybe. Yeah, just a little dirty stone probably. So the water's a little dirty yet. It's a little early spring, but we'll keep looking and see if we can find anything else. I think we'll walk into the park a little bit and I'll show you the creek. Just walking in along the creek here, you know, kind of hear the trails up there, but I'm just walking the creek. There's little spots like this that have just a little bit of rocks in them. So I just came down here and I just found this guy. It's just got some really cool mica flash in it. You can kind of see through the whole thing, which that's really cool to see too. You know, you don't see really cool mica pieces too often, and this one's nice and fresh. Here, let me get it wet once. Maybe it'll make a difference, probably not though. Yeah, it kind of makes the flash go away. But really cool to see the mica too. I like mica. No real big books or anything I've seen here, but little pieces, you know, with just tons of little flecks in there. So, all right, let's find some more. Okay, so walking down the trail. So here you can see our creek's on our right, and then we have this fork in the road right here. So you can either go this way and take the super long way around, or you can go this way and then we're back to the bridge we were at, and then we can follow the creek this way. So I recommend going this way unless you want a big long hike, but it is a cool hike. So I'm kind of looking in just the small gravels here next to the creek, and there should be technically fossils all over this place, and I did just find one right here. You can see a nice little crinoid section right there, just a tiny little one, but there should be way more. You know, that's kind of what this area is going to be, is like the limestoney, you know, there's a quarry on the backside of this property, so most of this stuff, like even you can tell on the other bank there, you know, big chunks of limestone. So I'm primarily looking for fossils because we should be able to find some. So all right, let's find some more. Got my next little spot here. I'm kind of just walking down wherever I can. I'm gonna go look over there next. But I just found this guy. Just a cool granitoid. It's just weathered away, but it's got these big yellow chunks sticking out. I just think that's really cool. Just a chunky granitoid. All right, let's go look at that big patch of rocks. Couple of sparkly pieces so far over here. Here's one with some nice mica flash on it, kind of all over it. Hopefully I'm catching it. And I think on this side too. Yeah, there you go. There's a big old chunk of mica in there. So that's cool, I love that flash. And then we got this one, which is also a little flashy. I think this one is just schist. Just a really, really, really weathered schist. Hopefully you can see that kind of sparkle on there, but I'm not sure that you can. All right, let's find some more. More little cool ones here. So this one again is just covered in mica, both sides kind of. Big sections of it. Sorry, I tried to zoom in. These big old gloves. So that's really cool. I just like looking at that. And then this is just a tiny little piece of gabbro. Let's see if I can. There you go. You can kind of see all the little pyroxenes and metals in there from that direction. Just a tiny little piece. Can't really see the flash very good, but all right, let's find some more. Found this little chunk of rhyolite. Kind of see a little bit of grittiness in the background. It's got some little inclusions in it. Hopefully you can see that in the sun. Really cool, just a cool little red chunk. All right, onward. Just found this guy. Very shiny feldspar, like it was just shining on the ground. Really cool. Just a pink feldspar, I think. Here, I'll get it wet. Wash it off a little bit. Yeah, pretty much. Quartz feldspar. Very, very shiny. Almost like a moonstone shine right there. Really cool. All right, let's find a couple more. First big old chunk of chert. Kind of some cool colors and patterns throughout it. Some yellow and brown. Big old conchoidal fracture. It almost looks like a coin right there. That's funny. But usually there's a lot more of this around here. This is the first piece I've seen, so I don't know. Really cool piece though. Onward. So the trail does go quite a ways that way yet. You know, there's a trail down there, but I think I'm gonna head out, and at any time if you're on this side of the creek, you can just go towards the south and there'll be a path up to the main path that goes right back to that parking lot where we parked. So we did find some cool stuff, you know, not a lot of major, awesome, totally cool things, but a lot of cool little things. So if you ever want a cool place to just hike around or maybe find a couple rocks that look cool, get some pictures, then come to Hobbs Woods, just south of Fond du Lac. All right, we'll see you in the next one.